He hath all knowledge. He knoweth where the old ones came through in aeons past. And he knoweth where they will break through again. Past, present, future, all are one in him. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm shooting a video. Hello, friends. Both old and new. I am John St. Baptiste, and this is Music Makes People Come Together, where we share amazing and eclectic music with amazing and eclectic people, much like yourselves. This is the playlist for this week. Feeds into all the other playlists, but it always has a theme, and this week's theme is madness. So, we're going to dive right into that in just a second. First, I want to say, if you just want to check the music right out, drop to the description down below. You can find the playlist and do so. If you'd be so kind, hit the like button on the way out. And when you come back to check out my curation, please, if you enjoyed it, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share it with your friends, all that stuff. That all being said, let's dive right into the music. Now, the theme of the week is always defined by the track of the week, and the track of the week is I'm Going Slightly Mad by Queen. It was off their last studio album, which is Innuendo, and you can see some serious curation about that on the teaser, which you can also find right down in the playlist. Enjoy. We're going to go right into everything else. First, the Better to Be Happy track this week is Elysium, I Go Crazy, by Ultra Beat. This is the Alex K remix. This is a classic happy hardcore track. Oh, it's got such a sweet beat. Have you ever had those moments when I don't care if you are the most not dancey person in the world, you just need to move to something you hear? This is one of those tracks. I hope you really enjoy it and dig on it. I was not able to find an original LP cut of it, so this is from a compilation, and it's straight off the decks DJ mix, so you hear it feeding into the next track on that set. But that's kind of cool because you get to check out some of the art of DJing and mixing one track into another, and I hope you really dig on it. Full playlist piece for this week. Now, let me say, I wanted to find, actually I did find, but you would have to pay for it, an album by King Crimson. It was their first album called The Court of the Crimson King. But like I said, you would have had to pay to listen to it, and I would never do that to my subscribers. But what I did find is their live concert 1969 in Hyde Park. This was right after that album came out. It includes most of the music from that album. And also they were opening for the Rolling Stones, which is kind of cool, just a little bit. But the album is all about the descent into madness, and I think hearing the tracks on it, even performed live and out of order, will still give you kind of that concept. Plus, this is King Crimson live. This is some amazing stuff. If you have the opportunity, check out In the Court of the Crimson King, because it's a great album. And just check out the cover art. It's awesome. Amazing painting by an artist who died not too long after he did it, and he had a heart attack at like 30-something. So, there's that. Also, that painting, if you're a B-movie fan, there's a scene where it's featured on a wall in Surf Nazis Must Die from Truman Pictures, which, you know, they make the best Bs of all time. If anybody knows where that actual painting on that wall is, let me know, because I'd like to go there. Check it out. Going right on. Next playlist is Covers That Kick Ass, and this week's track is Iron Horse, a bluegrass band from Alabama, doing Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. This is pretty good. I really enjoyed it. I think they do it quite well. Some of the better bluegrass I've heard. The instrumental Breakaway, seriously, I think would make Randy Rhoads proud. God rest his soul. And it's just an awesome freaking cover. Anyone's not familiar with the track, it's associative for people my age or slightly younger or older. And it's about the Cold War and just how crazy the entire thing that was going on there for a good 50 years was. But yeah, so I hope you enjoy that. Feeds right into the entire playlist thought of madness. Next, the Who's House, John's House track is Ornette, and this is their track, Crazy. This is Naz's remix. This is progressive house. So it has a very slow, gradual build-up. It starts very light and gets more and more tempo and more beat and more danceable. I always used to love when a DJ would bust this out as a breakaway track. It's a great song. And let me say for all of you, I know that a lot of the house I've been throwing up on this playlist lately has been a bit more tame. I will get back to some banging ass stuff very soon. I just wanted to show the whole spectrum of what house music is and can be. So, going right past that, we have to talk about. So, the City of Steel ended last week. That was our Motown playlist. I do a 12-track or more 6-week playlist that features a certain genre of music. And the last was the City of Steel. It was all Motown. The playlists are all subscriber-based, and I find music of that genre that I want to upload and share with everybody else. 2 tracks a week. We're about to do that, but let me tell you, please, if you have any thoughts, ideas about genres of music, drop them in the comments section, because I would love to hear them. The next 2 after this are already decided on, so it's going to be about 18 weeks out, but I will check anything out. Anything. The next one that I'm doing, I am not quite familiar with the genre of music, so I'm doing so much research about that right now. But I love researching music. I love checking out music. I love new music. That's what this channel is all about. I share music with you. You share music with me. We share music with each other. So please, if you have suggestions about a genre for the 2-track playlist, please do so. Going right on. This one was suggested by a subscriber who chooses to remain anonymous. And I'm going to go ahead and call it Tough as Iron, Precious as Gold. Because we're talking about metal. So, moving right in. First track. This is the band Serenity. They're from Austria. And they are a symphonic power metal band. Now, I could do whole playlists of subgenres of metal, because there are so many. And shit, if you want me to do that, let me know. Yeah, let me know. Drop it down there. Because there are so many subgenres of metal, and they are all very nuanced and different. And I could do that. But this is Serenity doing The Wings of Madness. It's off their album War of Ages. And when you listen to it, you'll see why it's called symphonic power metal, because it is so epic. The style of writing, the style of the music, the style of the songwriting, the lyrics, everything is epic. It's the entire point. I think the origination of this genre could arguably be Manowar, um, arguably. But this is a sweet track, and I also included the official video, so you can watch that and get a whole sense of what I'm talking about this epic concept. The video and the song are about Elizabeth of Bathory, who, if you aren't familiar, was a Hungarian countess back in the 15th or 14th century, who believed, allegedly, that she could stay young forever by bathing in the blood of virgins. So there's that, and actually, I could do a whole playlist about songs about Elizabeth of Bathory. If anyone's interested in that, drop it in the comments section down below. I might do that as a little side project playlist. I might not do any curation about it, but I would put that playlist together, absolutely. Or I might do a bonus pop-up middle of the week video. Speaking of midweek Music Ear Candy comes up every Wednesday, and that is all subscriber-based. A subscriber sends me a track. Hopefully I haven't heard it. I check it out, write down my notes while I'm listening to it, do a little bit of research, and then curate it right away. Tell you exactly what I think. It's almost like a reaction video, but I don't do reaction videos. There's some great people who do out there, and I'm not going to try and take away from them. Check out Nate Allen, and yeah, he does some pretty good stuff. Also, Alex Hefner. Sweet stuff. I can't do that, but anyway, so this is a very sweet track. It is just epic on every sense of the word. Going right on, the other metal track for this week, for the Tough as Iron, Precious as Gold playlist, is Apocalyptica, doing their track Delusion from their album Reflections. Apocalyptica. These are 4 cellos and a drummer. No guitars, no bass, no keyboards, everything you hear here outside of the drums is a cello. It's cello quartet, and they play metal, and it's freaking awesome. If you want to check out some of their other stuff, go to my Covers That Kick Ass playlist, and I have, I think, 2 Metallica covers there. But they do all sorts of great music on their own, and it's seriously cello metal. They use some distortion pedals and stuff like that, but they're using cellos. It's really sweet. Finnish people do some cool stuff, and these Finnish people do some really cool stuff. So check it out and enjoy it. So that's the new playlist. I hope you enjoy that. Every week we're doing a bonus track. It started about a month ago, and I want to keep it up because I like sharing a bonus track with you that just has to do with the week's theme. And this is Placebo live in France with the writer of the song, Mr. Frank Black from right here in Ohio, doing Where Is My Mind by the Pixies. This is pretty sweet. It was their final encore of the show, and it's awesome because they pulled Frank Black out on the stage to do his own song with this band, doing a cover of his song. So that is pretty awesome. And who doesn't love the Pixies? Plus, for a lot of people, this song has that association with the movie, not the book, Fight Club. Great movie, great book. Check it out if you haven't seen it yet. And always be wary of your soap afterwards. So, that was this week's playlist. We're going to go right into trivia. Trivia question for last week was, Syd Barrett left Pink Floyd. They wrote a song about him. What song was that? The song was Shine On You Crazy Diamond, which wasn't properly released in the US outside of a B-side until, I believe, about 1978, 1979. Shine On You Crazy Diamond. Awesome track. This was answered by Lost for Words. And it was answered in like 10 minutes. So Lost for Words. Quite impressive. Now, if you answer the trivia, I give you a special track. I also give you a smooch. Lost for Words. There's your smooch. I gave out a speed bonus and dropped another track too. They're both Pink Floyd covers. One is an awesome cover of this track itself. And also I dropped Art Sonic's cover of Another Brick in the Wall, which is some pretty sweet industrial metal. If you want to check out any prize tracks, there's a playlist down there too. It's called Prizes. That makes sense, right? Great stuff. If you would like to have a prize, answer this week's trivia question, which is, has anybody ever played 7 Steps of Kevin Bacon? Well, I'm going to do 5 Steps of King Crimson. And if you've followed this channel for a while, and if you're familiar with some of my other stuff, you have a bit of an edge on this. So, I want 5 bands that are within 5 steps, member-wise, of King Crimson. 5 bands that have something to do with a former member of King Crimson. If you can do that, you'll get next week's smooch and a special track of your own. If you can answer it as quickly as Lost for Words did, you'll get 2, because that's pretty flippin' impressive. So, I hope to hear from you. Drop it in the comment section below, and we'll see what kind of music knowledge you have. Please, no cheating, no Wikipedia, blah, blah, blah. So, thank you for stopping by. If you enjoyed this, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all of that stuff. I want to thank some people who have brought me support on their channels. AU Pack Mule, Indeed Geek, Lauren's Corner, Raw Wrist, and Azora Hype all have supported me, and I just want to pay it forward and give it back. So, check out their channels because they are all amazing content creators and have some awesome stuff. That all being said, thank you so much for coming by. I hope you enjoy the music. Please share it with me. Share it with each other. And PLUR. In the meantime, be excellent to one another and party on.